Truce is back because every time I reach an episode divisible by 50, it's time to review a game with a shark in it. And today's game is Bermuda Triangle for your Atari 2600 with label art that makes it look like Star Raiders undersea. Awesome. Let's go ahead and take Bermuda Triangle, pop it in my Atari 7800 Pro system, and see how it holds up today. Let's go to the game. Bermuda Triangle was published by Data Age and carries a copyright year of 1982. According to the manual, you are in a mini-sub in the Bermuda Triangle, and you have discovered a spectacular underwater city, but there are no signs of intelligent life. You have begun to recover artifacts from the city, but several obstacles stand in your way. Bermuda Triangle is an action game for 1 or 2 players alternating, and has variations where the defense laser beams either start after 10,000 points are reached, or right at the beginning of the game. The left difficulty switch also affects the difficulty for both players, with the A position being more difficult than the B position. Bermuda Triangle plays like a mix of Defender and Sequest, but the screen constantly scrolls to the right. You use the joystick to move your sub and hold down the button to fire. On the bottom there will be several artifacts to collect. To pick one up, you need to move all the way down and hold down on the joystick to pick it up. However, one artifact is the bomb. Pick this up and you will blow yourself up, losing a life. Once you pick up an artifact, you must bring it to your ship on the top of the screen to get 600 points once your ship gets it and leaves the screen. If you touch an enemy before your ship gets it, you will drop the artifact and have to pick up another one, and you can only hold one at a time. If you touch a giant squid, shark, or drone, you will be temporarily immobilized and lose any cargo you are holding, and 100 points will be deducted from your score, but you will gain 50 points every time you shoot one of these guys. If you touch an explosive mine or the enemy ship on top, you will lose a life, but you can earn 200 points for destroying the mine. You also get an extra life at every 10,000 points. Once you reach 10,000 points in the normal game, or right at the beginning of the more difficult version of the game, a laser defense system will activate that will occasionally shoot a laser from the bottom of the screen all the way to the top, destroying either your ship or the enemy ship on the surface. If you touch the laser during this time, you will be destroyed. Graphically speaking, the game is nice and colorful and the shark looks decent, so bonus points for that. But I wish they would have made the bomb at the bottom of the screen and the enemy ship on top easier to identify during the frantic gameplay, perhaps simply by coloring them both black or something like that. The sounds were okay, but the sound that plays while you're holding onto an artifact can get annoying since it never stops until you no longer have it. Family-friendly wise, being a standard style Atari game, I anticipate this game would get an E for everyone rating if released today. At the time of my research on eBay, including shipping, loose copies were going for $48 and one complete copy sold for $20. So what do I think of Bermuda Triangle? It's an interesting concept that is ruined by some flaws. As I mentioned, the bomb and the enemy ship on top weren't differentiated enough for me, as there were many times I actually picked up the bomb thinking it was an artifact or ran into the enemy ship thinking it was my own boat. Once the enemies start filling the screen, it not only becomes very difficult to take artifacts to the top, but it can become super easy to watch your score constantly decrease as you bump into one enemy after another. And once the defense lasers are activated, they can be so hard to avoid that it felt to me like I was just waiting for my imminent doom, which isn't much fun. So in the end, I found the game mildly enjoying until the defense lasers were activated, at which point it was no longer any fun at all. So where am I going to rank Bermuda Triangle? Somewhere after 100. I do enjoy the flickery Defender more at 112, but I did like Bermuda Triangle better than the boring to me action of Freeway at 113. So out of the 130 games I've now ranked on 2600, Bermuda Triangle is appearing in the 113th position. Bermuda Triangle could have been better, but in the end it is simply a game to avoid playing, or flying aircraft over. So what do you think of the game? Whether you agree or disagree with me, feel free to let me know in the comments below. Also feel free to click the like and subscribe buttons and follow me both on the Facebook and the Twitter. And I'm a member of the Retro Junkies Network. At this time, I'd like to thank Greg from the SNES podcast for supporting the show at patreon.com/NoSoreGamer. Thank you, Greg. And thank you for giving me a little part of your day, and I look forward to seeing you next time on the next episode of the No Sore Gamer. Take care, and thank you for helping me reach episode 350.